All right, patronizers, we're back. Sorry, I was crunching on some ice. I think Reese stepped out to do something. Reese stepped out. I'm going to write a song real quick. Reese is stepping out. He's stepping out. No, I don't want to write a song. I don't want to. I don't like that. I don't like it at all, frankly. But I'll tell you what. This week, to the listeners out there, I have tried to get into Iron Maiden. I've tried to get into Maiden, and I have tried. Reese is texting me, so Skype is going, but Reese is texting me, and I don't know what he's texting me, and I can't check the text, or it will interfere with this, I believe, because I think I've tried to do that in the past, and I cut him off. I ended the call. Anyway, Maiden. I tried to listen to Maiden albums. I started with their first one. It was okay. I think the first one is just called Iron Maiden. I really wanted to like Power Slave because I think the artwork for that is amazing. How they make Eddie like look like a mummy, all that stuff. I could not get into it. It's that high voice, all the long guitar solos and everything like that. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. That's where the punk in me says I can't do it. However, the album Mark of the Beast, I don't know what it is about that album, but I thought that album was great. I can listen to that whole album and especially the song Mark of the Beast. I thought that was pretty good. Then, after I kind of had my fill of Maiden, I went back and tried to listen to Zeppelin. I have always said that I can't stand Zeppelin. I can't stand Pink Floyd. I've gone back to try and listen to Zeppelin. I will say, my palate has changed. So as a 45-year-old, my palate has changed. I haven't like found like I'm not finding myself like, oh my gosh, I got to throw on Zeppelin or I got to go buy a shirt or something like that. But I was listening to it while I was working. I like the bluesiness that's in there. There's obviously a lot more. I think there's more depth to it of that like rhythm and blues in there than something like Maiden that's just all that. But yeah, so like with Zeppelin, I gotta listen to it more, but I don't think I would badmouth it like I used to when I was younger. And when I say younger, up until a month ago, I don't think I'd badmouth it anymore. I like it. I got to give Floyd another shot. But again, I think at this point in my life, I'm not looking to like, oh, hey, here's Reese. I was telling everybody how over the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to listen to Iron Maiden and listen to Zeppelin and see if like my mind can change on them.
So I mean tabbouleh.
Most people call it tabbouleh, but you can call it tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh.
Because you down in Virginia, you say tabbouleh. Oy.
Here's the good friends. Tonight is something special.
Oh, you're busting out the gallon of Don Q.
I'm not gonna drink the whole gallon.
Just 3/4.
I do have to work tomorrow, and that's not good.
Yeah. So, as I told everybody, I want to get into a band from the past.
Yep.
And let's get into them, talk a little bit about them. Good stories.
Did you do any research?
0.
Oh, geez.
But the band that I want to ask you about and today's feature focus, and the reason I bring it up is because it was one of the clips that were on Brimstone Chronicles, and it made me think, oh yeah. And that band is Southern California's Value Pack.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever play with those guys?
Yeah, we've talked about it. The guy spit chicken in my mouth.
Wait, I don't remember this.
Didn't we talk about this?
I don't remember. Refresh me on this, because I don't remember dude spitting chicken in your mouth.
We played with them at a couple festivals and stuff, like a couple shows in Orange County. Then we played at a church in Phoenix, and I think they were supposed to headline. They were doing pretty well. So they were supposed to headline, and then we were supposed to go on first. But then they got offered, Blink 182 was in town, who they were like the Christian clone of. And somebody dropped out, whoever was opening for Blink, so they got the spot. So they had to go before us, then go open for Blink. And they were like, they thought they were big shit.
Yeah.
So they were kind of acting like it. So I think it was the singer, Brian.
Yeah, I think his name's
I
Ryan.
brought up their Wikipedia as you were talking. Kentucky Fried Chicken backstage or some variant of that. I think he started choking on the chicken.
He started
He
choking
just
his
started
chicken.
spitting it out like a freaking. It was like a sprinkler, just spitting chicken out of his mouth, and it went in my mouth.
Oh,
It
you
was everywhere. Like
never-
everybody was coated with chicken that he had spit out because we were all sitting at this table eating before the show, and their drummer just goes. It was real quiet, and he just goes, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?" Maybe he didn't say the fuck. He's like, "What are you doing?" And it was like dead silence. It was pretty funny.
Now, was
And
he-
I think I just broke it like, that was funny. It's cool.
Was he like legitimately choking, or was he just being stupid?
I think he was just being stupid.
Oh my
It was pretty
gosh.
funny.
Oh, I loved Value Pack, that first Orange album.
Yeah.
I loved that album. And then they came out with one where they're like, I think it's called Jalapeno, where they're wearing like lucha libre masks.
Yeah.
And there's a song on there called Preacher Man. And I think Preacher Man is probably my favorite song that they ever did. But we would play with them. And I want to say that like their bass player and their drummer were like decent dudes. I never really talked to like the lead singer. Like we used to play with Value Pack all the time. All the time.
Did you?
And I never talked. Like I felt like the lead singer was like that total, we talked about it before, that Orange County where all those bands stuck together and you couldn't crack that nut.
Yeah.
You know, like you'd get together at a festival and all the Orange County bands would be like hanging out.
They were all bros, all right. They
Yeah.
all recorded at the green room. Hey, man, you recorded at the green room.
Yeah, we
You
did.
had like a way in. We didn't.
But like still, we didn't like all those bands like Goaty Hook, all the bands from like, I think they're from Southern California, but like,
Goaty Hook is from D.C.
oh, they are?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Northern Virginia.
I don't know what is going on in my house right now. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but it sounds like my girls and my niece, and I think my sister, it sounds like they're wrestling outside my door.
It sounds like some sort of tomfoolery.
It does.
Joe.
It does.
Joseph A. Yerke.
Joseph A. Yerke for suits. If you need a good suit.
Come on down. A. Yerke.
So Value Pack.
Yeah.
Like that's I remember at one of our shows we were playing and it was an outdoor show and the drummer from Value Pack kept sticking drumsticks down Nate's butt crack. So
We did talk about this.
so Nate would be playing and Nate has no butt, so his pants don't stay up. So he always has plumber's crack. And the dude kept sticking drumsticks in Nate's butt crack, and Nate wanted to beat the crap out of him. Like, I think to this day, that is still like the most hated. Like, Nate hates that guy for that. And I remember their bass player was like, so the drummer that I'm talking about, they had like an Asian drummer. That guy, Nate wanted to kick the crap out of. Then they had a bass player that was like a really nice, cool guy.
He was the nice guy. He was like the guy that apologized for the guy spitting chicken in my mouth.
Yeah, and I think he ended up leaving Value Pack to become. I think he became a pastor or something.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think he did. But he was always a nice one. And then Ryan, I never talked to because Ryan was always like with the Supertones, who were with Plank Eye, who were with, name the other Southern California band, or MXPX, or maybe not Southern California. Let's say Tooth and Nail. Like it was all like the Tooth and Nail bros.
Yeah, they were bros.
And I couldn't get in that group.
You know how you did it? You did the tooth and nail handshake, and you had to master it, which was clapping another guy's butt.
Yeah.
You just kind of give him the old handshake. Sometimes you do the credit card.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Or the how's your father?
A little reach around.
Little playing a bass line, 2 fingers right up under the schnuts.
Yeah, we were allowed to hang out with those guys because they were like, well, Colorado, you're close enough. You guys say dude enough. You can come hang with us. You say dude and like, which I still do, by the way. Yeah, a lot of times I get in trouble with the Virginians because I call everyone dude.
Yeah.
And they'll say, I'm not a dude.
Like, I remember growing up, my parents saying that, like, when I started and ended every sentence with dude, they would be pissed at me, and I was like, dude, relax. And now the next generation is bro.
Brah.
Brah. Like at school, my kids stopped because I think they started saying it here at the house, and I was like, I ain't your bro, brah. I'm your dad. But like kids at school, they'll be like, bro, Mr. Yerke, bro, dude, bro, this happened to me, and bro, I can't believe it, and bro, I got a flat tire on the road, and bro, and I'm just like, you're an idiot. But
they don't say brah.
No, they say bro with the long O, but then I just think back to it's like, dude, it goes right back to, dude, blah 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 blah. They're just saying bro, but it's the same thing.
It's the same.
It is.
Same.
Oh,
dudes are bros.
Grimmy woke up here.
Grim,
you want to see Reese?
Hi. Oh, Grim.
Can you see him?
Mm-hmm. He's cute.
Oh. He's getting old, man.
No.
Yeah, he's my little old boy. I believe January 10th, he's going to be 11 years old.
Jeepers.
Yeah. Well, this is riveting. This is riveting for the Patreon.
I know. Value Pack. Strikeout. We already talked about him, though.
I know. Yeah, I guess we did.
I think because Ethan was in Value Pack and we talked about it.
Are you sure you didn't talk about it with Ethan? I don't remember this conversation.
Dude.
Now, I do have to say this. Bro. I have on our list here, and hopefully this will get edited out.
Don't tell the people we have a list. This is a free form. We're normally just very, very clever, and we think of awesome segues.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem with the segues is the stuff that I was going to ask, we basically talked about prior.
Yeah.
So like your Lieutenant Dan moment is our let's catch up on where we are spiritually.
Damn it. Okay.
Well, let me get Grim out of here.
What about Storytelling Insiders Trigger Happy? You didn't do that one. For like a month, dude. You've had that on there. No.
Fun. Just
no. Go crazy.
If you can't be at 11.
Maybe to a 9.
Guys, go crazy. Joe.
Yeah.
Here's something I want to talk about is Darwinism.
Yeah.
Like, why do people get hit by trains? Because it happens a lot. It's always in the news, like, oh, this car got hit by a train, or this guy got hit by a train, and like, I have a real problem feeling bad about this because I'm like, either you got hit by the train because you wanted to get hit by the train,
Yeah.
which does happen,
I've seen a couple.
or you probably should have been hit by a train.
Yeah, in the roofing business here, we get a few people getting hit by trains every few years.
Is it because they want to get hit by the train? Because this is what I don't get. Like if you're walking around on the street, you don't have anywhere else to go. Like you can go on the sidewalk, but it's not always the safest because cars can sometimes go on the sidewalk, and sometimes crossing the street, it's like like you got to look both ways. Something crazy might happen out there. A train is loud, and it's only going on that one part. So it's either coming from this side or the other one.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is just be like, do I hear something loud? No. Is it there? No. Is it there? No. And then get off the fucking train tracks. Like in your car breaks down in the middle. You got to be like, oh, I'm on the train tracks. I just remembered. I'm going to get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
you know what's more valuable than my 91 Prius is my ass.
There's
Get out.
there's three that I've come across. There's three ways that this happens.
Okay, there's a third way.
People either do it on purpose. People do it by accident. Like they're like, oh, the train's not moving fast. I can go around the barriers and try and cross.
And that just kind of reinforces my second point.
But then the third one is what happens in our city every now. Most of the time we have suicides. That's what happens in our city. But we also, one of the issues that we have in our city is we have a big bar and nightclub district right next to railroad tracks. So people will come out of bars at 1 a.m, absolutely drunk, and then they want to touch the train as it's going by.
Again,
Yeah.
this is just natural selection.
And so they think that like the train is going by and they can just tap it, and they don't realize like how powerful and how fast it's going.
Oh, and they suck people under them?
Yeah, so they'll try and slap it, and then the slap ends up like yanking their arm out of socket and then kind of flipping them. And then sometimes they get legs and stuff like that. The thing that always baffles me is the people who actually like, I'm going to sit on the train tracks when the train is coming at me. I'm going to sit here. And the devastation that it causes appears like you were holding a water balloon up that got hit, and it just explodes.
That's what the person looks like?
Yeah.
It was a water balloon full of entrails.
Yeah, like there's so like where they would get hit, there's just like parts everywhere. And then like the parts that get hung up. So when something like that happens, from what I hear, from what I understand, like they shut down, like obviously the train, it takes a mile or 2 miles for the train to stop. So then law enforcement has to walk the tracks for those 2 miles and put like evidence markers at every chunk.
Why do they need to put evidence markers? I wonder what happened to this guy.
I don't know. They have to do due diligence.
Well, I guess if you were trying to get rid of a body, that'd be a good way.
Yeah, you got to do your due diligence. So, I mean, it's crazy. So, like 2 miles down, like you'll find a hand, you'll find a lung. You know,
bars.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
So, like, you hear stories about people wearing headphones, walking along the train tracks. I'm sorry, dude.
Or like 4 kids going to find a dead body.
Yeah. But then going across the bridge with the train coming, come on, guys.
Yeah. I mean, but you might be halfway across, because if you're going if you and your four buddies are walking to see a dead body, and
Yeah.
you could either walk, 2 miles down and 2 miles back to go around the gorge, or just real quick cross it, and then you're halfway across it, and the train is bearing down on you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that just happens.
It happens to 12-year-olds because their frontal lobes aren't developed. I guess it also happens to adults.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but train accidents aren't
Trains.
aren't good. Here in Detroit,
It does not sound good.
there was a fire. They parked a fire engine over the railroad tracks while they were fighting a fire. A train came by, destroyed the fire truck, and for the longest time, this destroyed fire truck just sat like where it came to rest, like off of the railroad tracks. It just sat there. And so then, like in Detroit, they had to have you could probably look it up. You could probably Google it.
Detroit fire truck train accident.
Yeah. And then for the longest time, this fire truck just sat there, and you could go and you could see this fire truck that got hit by a train. They didn't tow it away. It was like the most bizarre thing. And then finally,
How long?
I want to say it was over a year.
Lord, are you kidding?
I'm dead serious. And then it took a news thing for the Detroit, a Detroit news crew to be like, this train was hit a year ago and it still sits here. Why hasn't it been moved? And yeah, it took a news story for them to finally move the fire truck. It was bizarre. It was bizarre. Bizarre.
What else? Joe, what's your PIN number?
Yeah. Well, I guess we could do this the storytelling thing. We got 25 minutes.
Guess my PIN number.
We're gonna do a new thing called Guess My PIN Number.
Guess my PIN. Okay.
Agata, you have to turn this portion off. You're not allowed to listen. You may already have it.
4, 5, 6, 7. Nope.
Bosco.
Okay.
So here's the deal. We had this thing, the storytelling thing, that little section. What do we call it? Little bit that we want to do, storytelling. You're lousy at asking questions, and so
I'm the best, Joe.
And I always feel stupid going, "Hey,
I just asked
we're going
you
to
what
talk
your
about
PIN number
this."
was.
Right? I know
Can
you
we
did.
talk about that?
Exactly.
I know. I'm really good at it. I get the deep questions.
Yeah, the hard hitting.
Hard hitting.
What was the tagline for the Inquirer when we were growing up?
It was hard hitting.
No. What was it? The Inquirer.
America's best news source.
No, it was pretty
That's
much.
The Onion.
What was the tagline? Because I want to know, or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that. Inquire, because I want to know.
That was where, it just took care of that whole segment of the population that now is anywhere on the internet trying to find out if the Earth is flat.
Yeah, who would
It
have
was
thought 20 years
cool.
ago that the Inquirer would
Bad
be?
Boy is real.
Yeah, that the Inquirer or that type of journalism would be what journalism is in 2022.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? So do we want to do this storytelling about an Insider song?
Yeah, we do.
Because I feel lame.
Insider song.
I feel
Trigger
lame just
happy.
bringing it up.
Motor City Ska. Joe, why don't you tell me? Hang on, let me check.
And this is the worst. This makes it worse.
Hang on.
Here we
It's
go.
all. It's in my teeth.
You guys,
really bad.
I get it. You guys, I get embarrassed when he tries to do
Hang
this.
on.
When he tries to ask the
Hey.
question about it.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
What's up,
How you doing, Reese?
bro?
The Don Q. The
I
Don
love you,
Q is
bro.
kicking in.
Come on. It is not. Hey, listen, fella.
Oh. This is painful.
Have you ever heard of a band called the Insiders?
No. No.
Oh.
So, hey, so you had an
They had a new album. They have a new album out called Motor City Ska.
hey,
It's on Gumshoe Records.
hey,
And
hey,
my
guy.
favorite song on it, you should listen to. It's called Trigger Happy.
Yeah. So,
How'd that
hey,
go?
guy.
Yeah.
So on one of your, I think it was
Did
your
we talk about how that's my pet peeve?
what?
Being called Guy.
No, that's your pet peeve. Hey, guy.
It annoys the shit out of me. I get like
Who
automatically.
calls you
I'm
guy?
just like,
Isn't it like an Italian thing? Hey, guy, come here.
hey, I just feel so it feels so slick and greasy. Like someone calls you chief, you're just like, whatever. That guy's trying to be cool. Hey, hey, sport chief. When someone calls me guy, I'm just like,
Oh,
dude, I feel like you.
I got a
just
microphone
raped
guy.
me.
I got a microphone
just
guy. His
rape
name's Reese Roper.
That's if you're like, I got a guy. That's different. But if somebody's like, hey, guy, come over here, you're just like, oh, dude, you just.
What about when someone's name
ran his hand
is
up
guy?
my leg? Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yes,
I would rather be named Anus Face.
Anus. Anus
Face.
Anus face. It makes it sound Egyptian, like you're an Egyptian god. Anus,
Anus. This is
like a
What?
man's anus.
so.
See, guys, this is where the Patreon
Joe.
devolves.
Joe.
He's on his third glass of Don Q. I said the
Hey,
word
fella.
anus, and he's laughing for 3 minutes.
Hey.
So on your first EP,
So, fella.
quality is job one. One girl army.
We're not doing this. We're doing Trigger Happy.
What? So tell me, what's up with One Girl Army? Is that song about Jeff the girl?
No,
Who's that about?
I mean, I'm not ready for this, Joe. Let's talk about Trigger Happy.
Let's talk about Dandelions.
No. Let's do
In a field of yellow flowers underneath the sun.
So, do you remember writing it? Trigger Happy? Motor City
Dandelions?
Ska.
No.
Do you remember writing Dandelions? Where were you?
When I
What were
wrote
you thinking?
Dandelions, I remember I think I was at Cornerstone and Andy gave me a copy or like a pre-release of Quantity is Job. I was somewhere and I got like a pre-release of Quantity is Job 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where did Dandelions come from?
It was track 3 on our first album, Motor City Ska.
This is bad.
This is great podcasting.
Yeah,
what
this-
we have
this is-
accomplished is
This is pathetic. And the
never
fact
been
that
done
I
before.
have to fight Reese Roper and Don Q, I think I might just fold and go along with it and do Trigger Happy.
you should, Joe. You need to lean into some narcissism.
Well,
Do it.
all right. So here's the deal. So I told you that Brimstone Chronicles posted those those 2 videos of the Insiders, and one of them
Yes.
it was actually Trigger Happy that we're singing. And
Oh, yeah.
here's the thing about Trigger Happy. Here's some of the story that is behind it. It's the first song that I ever wrote. It's the first. This guy doesn't even care. He's off. He's walking around his
I had
his
to
basement.
sneeze. Did you hear it?
He asks a question, and then he's texting, and he's walking around his basement
Like,
sneezing.
hey, dude, I've got a game of Age of Empires going over here. Come on.
So Trigger Happy, first song I ever wrote, and it's
First song you ever wrote.
yeah, it was like our first original song, and
Okay.
so before that we had done some like praise and worship songs or like some covers and stuff like that, and so we did. So I think on our first 7-inch we did Buddy Boy I believe Buddy Boy and Trigger Happy were the first two songs that that were on that. So like our first two originals were what was Buddy Boy on Motor City Ska and Trigger Happy on Motor City Ska. And the thing behind Trigger Happy,
both made Motor City Ska, and they were on your first 7-inch.
Correct. Yep. And our
What
first
was your
7-inch
called?
Rockin' the Hubcat.
Right.
Yep. It was our band, just like probably any band, any group of friends. There's always lots of inside jokes. And Nate and Al Brown, we were getting the album we had recorded. We were going to get the album pressed, and we were trying to think of a name for the album. And Nate and Al went to go do something, and basically came back with the stuff all done, and was like, "Yeah, this is called Rockin' the Hubcat." Like nobody had a say in it, nothing. Something had happened where. I think on the way to get the album, like the actual albums, I think they got a rock in their hubcap, and they heard like a dinging, and I think Nate was like, "What's that sound?" And I think Al went, "I think it's a rock in the hubcat," and it misspoke, and they thought that was the funniest thing in the world, and I think that became our. So then we were like, we all get like our 7 inches and the tapes and stuff like that, and we're like, What is this? What what is this? So yeah, because when our first stuff that we put out, we had like a tape, like a little demo tape, and it was called Skanktified.
Yes.
And so I thought like our 7-inch was just going to go with that too. So I thought it was just going to be our 7-inch called Skanktified. And all of a sudden we get it. It's got this artwork, and it's called Rockin' the Hubcat.
Who did the artwork?
I don't know. I don't have a clue. I don't remember.
They're just like down at Kinko's.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know how to draw anything? What
no,
about you?
it was like clip
Come
art.
here, ma'am.
It was like clip art of like from the 50s, like a guy standing next to like his car tire. And it was called Rockin' the Hubcat. Yeah. So the song Trigger Happy.
Do you have a copy of it still?
Yes. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
No, I don't. Someone gave me one. Somebody gave me one, and when I moved out from my second divorce, that album did not make it, nor did my Gorilla Biscuits 7-inch.
Oh no.
So my Gorilla Biscuits 7-inch and my Insider 7-inch are still at Molly's, and I'm just cutting the losses there.
Go get them.
Nope.
Send somebody.
No, not dealing with it.
Call your bros to go over there, your other roofers, and be like, "Hey,
No,
man, we gotta call. There's a disturbance. Where
we got to call. There's a couple of 7-inches here.
Can we just check this out?
Hopefully one day where the stuff was, she cleans that area out and finds them. And she's nice enough that I think she would give them back to me, especially seeing that it was my old band. But I just don't think she ever goes in that room where that stuff is. And I don't think she will ever clean that room and find that stuff.
She never goes in the room or cleans it?
Correct.
What?
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but yeah. So
Was it like your porn dungeon?
no, it was like a storage room, and she just never goes in there. And then
She's storing people in it?
it's just floor to ceiling like junk. So
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the song
Well,
Trigger
hey,
Happy.
You could just be like, hey,
oh my gosh.
I missed you.
Nope.
I hired this cleaning lady.
Nope. Not gonna
Just
happen.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
You could just be like, hey,
Yeah, no.
happy birthday. I'm thinking about you.
No, not at
Want
all.
to keep things good between us. Hey, maybe she could clean out that room. What? She found my old 7-inches?
What? Get out of town.
That's crazy.
Get out of town.
Do you want them?
Adam.
I'll take. That's fine.
Adam, get out of the bathroom, Adam.
Adam. You don't want to do that?
No.
So you got your 7 inches back, Joe. And how did you feel? Betrayed?
Wait, what? Oh,
How did you feel
like
when
with-
you came back
Yes.
and you're like, I wasn't even in on that vote?
yeah. No, I did. I was like, what in the world? Like, I was just like, that's weird. All of a sudden, it's like
Jeez.
named and it's got the artwork and everything like that. Nobody had a say in it. It was just, I think Nate and Al just did it.
Dark days for the insiders.
Yeah. But back to it, Trigger Happy.
Trigger Happy
This feels
was on
like
it.
the
Buddy
most trying to push a square peg in a round hole.
What were you trying to do that you feel like you weren't accomplishing?
Trying to tell this story.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I just like last time, I really don't feel like I feel like a dope telling the story because I feel like it's just so forced.
But this is
Like,
still a good story.
like, I don't feel
It's
like-
about learning to be a songwriter, right? Because we all did that. We're just like, I want to be like this. Here's how I think you do it.
Right. Well, for us,
Here's how this works, I think.
this song was written. I think I've said that phrase already on this podcast about 11 times. This song was written because in Detroit, we were going to shows. Insiders was starting. We were going to shows. And there was a band from Detroit, a very popular like gutter punk band from Detroit called the Feisty Cadavers. And the Feisty Cadavers were like the punk band that was just a staple. You could kind of find them every night playing somewhere in Detroit. And
And they were gutter punks.
yeah, they were like gutter punk, but they were older. So like we were in our late teens and like early 20s. And these guys were like at that time, they were like in their like early 30s.
Okay.
And they were still like
That's really old.
and they were still like
Jeez.
grinding it out, like trying to make it and all that stuff. Well, I don't know if they were trying to make it, but they were just making music, man. They were just a gutter punk band from Detroit called the Feisty Cadavers. I think their stuff is on iTunes and whatnot.
Okay.
And
They were just trying to be the first musical act from Detroit to actually make it.
ever. Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Ted Nugent, ICP, Eminem, none of them counted. Motown Records.
Oh, is Motown Records in Detroit?
Yeah, none of that ever counted.
Did those
Nugent,
guys, what happened to those
Ted
guys?
Nugent, Alice Cooper, Glenn Fry, Bob
Stevie
Seger.
Wonder,
Bob Seger.
Diana Ross. What happened to those
Yeah.
guys?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, it was Feisty Cadavers. So anyway, their lead singer, his name is Steve Crass. After a show one night, he left the venue and a dude came up to rob like him and his buddies and shot him in the head. And so this like popular punk band from Detroit that, again, everybody knew they were like a staple here in Detroit with like punk bands and
Yeah.
punk shows and, ska and punk and hardcore all went together in the Detroit area. Like you'd play a show and like a hardcore band would open and then it'd be a ska band and then it would be a punk band. And so Feisty Cadavers were just always around. And
That's crazy.
yeah, so Steve Crass was shot and killed. And so it was like
A lot of people see Detroit now and they're like, cannot imagine it being that kind of wild and ghetto and dangerous.
yeah, I know it's
They're like,
shocking.
the Detroit of today does not match up to that Detroit.
Yeah, no, not at all. Wink.
Okay, so the Feisty
not at all. Pinocchio's nose grows.
That was Joe doing Pinocchio's
yeah.
nose grows sound effect.
So it was like the first time in my life up to that point as like a teenager, like my great grandparents had passed away. So like I'd experienced death like within a family and it that would have been like when I was in third grade, both my great grandparents passed. And then all of a sudden you're a part of this other family, you're a part of this scene and
Yeah.
and this guy gets shot and killed. And so it was the first time that like I came home and I had those like artistic creative juices to be like, I gotta write about this. And so that's where I started. I think I mean, it sounds like it to today when I hear it, but it's like I wrote Trigger Happy in like probably less than 10 minutes because I was just thinking about, Steve Crass just dying for no reason, for absolutely no reason. Leaving a show in Detroit at this place called Harpo's that was like a famous like metal bar. And he just gets gunned down. And so that was what Trigger Happy was about. And that was the inspiration behind Trigger Happy. And I think the chorus is like any punk can point and pull a trigger, but it takes a real man to take a stand and walk away, like that type of thing. And so in my like 18, 19-year-old brain, like writing that's what that song was about, of just how senseless kind of that killing was. And it made me think of the person who did it. Like, I don't know if they were ever caught. I don't know any of that. But it's just like, what would that person, go through? Like, what makes them get to that point where just killing someone and like going on with their life is something that is that they could handle, or it was just that. So that's what Trigger Happy was about. And what's weird is, you talk about some of these songs, and I'm sure as Five Iron, I mean, obviously last week we talked about the struggles of like Native Americans and stuff like that you guys would talk about. And I always find it humorous that in ska you can talk about these like, kind of deep issues or serious issues, but then the style of music.
Yeah, you still gotta be kind of clowny about
it. It's like still like upbeat. It's like upbeat and like chipper, but yet you're talking about like a dude getting murdered, or you're talking about Native Americans, and their struggle as a nation, as a people nation. And so I always just found that bizarre. And so
I was so glad, like on our so we did it on Engine of a Million Plots. We had this song called Someone Else's Problem, and Scott was like, I'm just gonna lean really hard into like reggae, so it sounds like it's almost like old ska reggae, and then I was like, oh cool, we can make this about something serious. There's like a RX Bandit song called In All Rwanda's Glory, and that was the thing that I used to go off that. I was just like, oh, you can write a serious song and it's still ska. We tried that on this last album, and it's like the first time you can be like serious and ska that I felt like we've had. Because the same, Joe. It's just like, it's a
yeah, chicka 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 chicka. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop killing people.
The dude's laying in the street. Brains going down the drain. Chicka 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 chicka. Yeah.
That is the lyrics.
Yeah.
Down the drain, down the drain, down the drain.
Down the train.
Drain.
Train. Down the train.
Speaking of train.
Speaking of trains.
That's really cool, Joe.
Yeah.
I think that's I did not write songs that good when I was 18.
Well, again, it's not that the song is good. I don't think it's good. I think when you listen to it, it's very cringy. It's also very cringy because it doesn't start like when we recorded it, I wasn't like given a note. Or if I did, I wasn't good at finding my note. So it starts with, like Nate would go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would come in with, man, this world's going down the tubes with gangs and guns and drug abuse. For the moment, what you got to lose? Extend a hand, do what you can do. And then, but because I came in, the rest of the band didn't come in till I was done singing that entire line. So I'm singing like a cappella. And so on the album, when I come in, it's like completely out of tune. It's like, man, this world's going down the tubes with gangs and guns. And then it's like I find my note, but those first couple words are so out of tune. And I don't think.
And it was before auto-tune.
It was before auto-tune.
Your producer was just like, get out.
Yeah.
Like just finish this song.
Yeah, Gene Eugene was probably like, dude, I've tried to fly you in like 10 times and you can't nail it. Like, we're just moving on. Like, it is what it is. So that was the other thing with that.
Did you record it to a, like, was there a metronome? Do you have a click track going?
No, Nate didn't use a click track until, Nate didn't use a click track until I think Fight of My Life. So we did Motor City Ska.
Really?
Yeah. Motor City Ska, Scalleluja. Then I think Fight of My Life was the first time he used a click track.
Dude, I can't imagine. Like,
and he hated it.
Like,
Nate hated it.
Andy was like, I don't want to do this. And Saki's like, I don't think I heard that right.
Yeah.
Like, put the headphones on. You're doing it to a click.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when you first start out, you're just like, who wants to play to that? That takes all the energy out of it. But holy crap. Can you imagine, like, because back in those days you had to cut tape in.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there wasn't a tempo, like.
Yeah. So it was just like.
Oh, geez.
Like Nate would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'd go, man, this world's going down the tubes with gangs of guns and drug abuse, and like I'm trying to keep the beat. Now, mind you, I was able to keep the beat, and so then it would go with gangs of guns and drug abuse. For the moment, what you got to lose? Extend a hand, do what you can do, and and then there's more, and then I go. This is my cry, this is my plea to make a better society. Do you want to see inside of me? Wake up and then the band would come in and go, smell the coffee. And that's where the band all came in. So that whole first part, it's just me. Man, this world's going down. And then the guitar did come in. Chicka, 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 chicka. So it's just me and guitar.
Do you feel like you got better at the melody after time? You're like,
sure. Yeah. For sure. Once you get all that muscle memory.
I wish I had it. I wish I could re-record it because I can sing this better.
Yeah. Like when I think of Motor City Ska, that's why I always down it. Like other people are always like, Joe, you're too hard on it. It's a great album. But I think of that song. I think of the two songs that came off our 7-inch, Buddy Boy and Trigger Happy. And I think they just sound like cheese. I think they sound cheesy.
Dude, think about why you like slapstick, because you hear it and it's like the first thing you heard.
Yeah.
You're like, this is good.
Yeah.
You never heard them after they had played it 200 times,
right.
And they're like, oh, geez, I can do better. And then break up and start Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
It's like you're hearing them. They probably just like, okay, we're going to record. And then they hear it later and they're like, shit, we could have done so much better.
Yeah.
But we just hear that, that's the first thing we heard. And it's brilliant. It sounds raw and good. And I think that's how I felt when I heard your album. Like, I was like, jealous. Like you guys sounded so much tougher than we ever could be. And I wanted to be in a tough band. I still want to be in a tough band.
See, that's what always drove me nuts for most of our recordings. I feel like we were so much tougher than what we recorded.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's always better live. Not always, but like most punk and ska, when it's live, it sounds more aggro.
Yeah, true.
And you're gonna lose that when you record it.
I just farted.
I don't know.
Did it make it onto the microphone?
I heard it. Yeah, I did hear it. I thought you were like, but that was your butt.
Yeah, that was a butt whistle. All right.
Yeah, man.
Well, with the butt whistle, we're bringing this sucker to an end. We've been going at this thing for a while now, and we're at our 2-hour mark. So, ladies and gents, we're done. But I'll tell you this: next week we will have another band that we are going to do. We're going to try and do a deep dive on, see what we can come up with, what band we want to talk about. And then we will also be talking about Dandelions off of the Quantity is Job 1.
No, we will not.
We'll be
Can we not?
we'll be talking about something off of Upbeats and Beatdowns.
Let's don't.
No, we're gonna. Because that's what our people
Damn it.
want to hear.
They do they?
I think.
No.
I think.
No.
So that's it, ladies and gents. So this is us, and now we kind of got a plan. So hopefully you guys are going to tune in next week and hear what we got going on. And that's it. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.
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 That's what we say now.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.